The chair now recognizes the gentleman from South Carolina.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My amendment is similar to the others that I have proposed, but it prohibits funding for the American Climate Corps that the Biden administration recently established through his executive order. Thank God it's not binding after its administration's gone. The Biden administration describes the American Climate Corps as a workforce training and service initiative for careers in the clean energy and climate reliance economy. The Corps will focus on equity and environmental justice. Instead of funding Democrats' woke climate agenda, why don't you focus on pro-growth agenda that spurs the economy and prioritizes the American energy independence? Imagine if this administration reversed course and instead of buying it from OPEC countries that hate America, maybe buying it from our country, where we've got a 100-year supply, if not more, and become energy independent. You know, I'm in the construction business. I haven't seen too many trucks that operate on batteries. When I get on a plane, I don't see too many airplanes flying on batteries or solar panels, much less the batteries that are made predominantly in China, which is a country that doesn't like us. So I urge passage of my amendment, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Ohio rise?
Yes, I rise in opposition to this amendment, Madam Chair.
The gentlewoman is now recognized.
Well, here's another amendment that prohibits something else. The gentleman's amendment would prohibit funding for the American Climate Corps. I have been a long-time supporter of the idea of engaging young Americans in helping to build our country forward, as the original Civilian Conservation Corps did many, many years ago. People who became a part of that saw a part of America that they had never seen before. They made friends. They learned new skills. It gave people a pride in our nation that was incalculable. So the whole intent of the Climate Corps is to engage young Americans in helping our nation build forward, whether they would be weatherizing homes, planting trees, installing solar infrastructure, mitigating coastal erosion, preventing fires and flooding. The gentleman talked about some of the needs of our national forests, constructing and maintaining public trails, and so much more. From the western Great Plains to the coast and Great Lakes, we are witnessing the wreckage brought about by changing climate with ferocity that knows no bounds. Our success in tackling this challenge will require bold and innovative strategies and connecting to the younger generation. Last month, when the President announced the American Climate Corps, he talked about training young people in high-demand skills for jobs in the clean energy economy as well. This program will give a new generation of Americans the skills that our grandparents had, necessary to access good-paying jobs that are aligned with high-quality employment opportunities after they complete their paid training and service. So it's really a program for America and for the next generation, and I would welcome that. You know, it used to be that most Americans had someone in their family who joined the U.S. military. Today, less than 1% of America's families are connected to the U.S. military. We have to find other means to engage our younger people in patriotic service, and this is one of those. So I believe we must continue to invest in the in America's next generation, our future workforce, and this is such a positive way to do it. So I strongly urge my colleagues to vote against this amendment, and I yield back.
The gentleman is now recognized.
To my friends on the other side of the aisle, I agree with you. The people that join the Corps, they're well-meaning people. They work, they build trails, as you mentioned, they fix houses up. Their motives are pure, or you wouldn't do that. It requires physical labor. I've met them on site. But what this does is has nothing to do with the good that they do, and it just burdens them. You know, in America, we've become the country we have in the past, not by guaranteeing equal outcomes, but you guarantee equal opportunity. And what I want to do is grant the opportunity for the people that join the Corps, American Corps, to reach their highest potential. And it's not putting the money, to make them fill out some crazy form like the banks are having to do. It's for those who have been in the private sector, they would be with us at every level to stop this kind of rampant spending of our tax dollars. Urge support of this amendment, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields.